Hello from ChiNature.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I would like to do a review of this pistol here, the Tippmann TIPX, and this is my second review after finally finding out what's wrong with my TIPX, and then now I want to do an honest review and showing you, like sharing some of my experience with you guys, so that in case one of you get a lemon like this, you know what is wrong and what to expect and what to do. Okay guys, so this is a 0.68 caliber paintball marker or paintball gun, and as you can see, it's fully made of plastic with clamshell kind of design. And seriously, like when you just hold this in hand, if you're from airsoft or air gun kind of background, you will find that it's very large. But compared to the other stuff like the Tiberius T8.1 and such, all the paintball markers are large because the magazine holds 7 balls, 7 of these 0.68 caliber balls. And if you compare the size of the projectile, okay, this is the ball and this is the 4.5 BB, so you can really see like why it's so big, right? So it's big for a reason. Even the barrel is huge. Okay, so the TIPX and the TPX is different. TIPX is the newer version with a little bit of improvement, including a adjustable CO2 cap. Okay, this thing here, there's 2 screws inside. You can use your biggest Allen key in the accessories pack, and you can unscrew the 2 screws here and then adjust this little metal thingy to go out or in a little bit more, just to fit that CO2 inside. Now here is the fun thing. This thing is very unique with a very unique feature that puncture the CO2 on the first shot only, and it's very sensitive to the CO2's length, so make sure you test it. Okay, put the CO2 in like that with the head in, and then all you need to do, you see this little notch, okay, it fits in place, push and quarter turn, and there you go. Now the CO2 is not punched yet. What happened is you need to pull the trigger, okay, to poop, and it will punch the CO2 on the first trigger pull. So that's very cool. And if you see my trigger, it's not moving a lot, right? It's just a little bit of wiggling, and that means that it's really good for the CO2. In one box of 40 CO2, you need to take like 5 or 10 to test it and see what works the best, and then set your thingy. So this is one thing I like and don't like about this pistol, because it takes a lot of effort to measure and tune your CO2 cap to the perfect spot that you want for that box of CO2. Or you may also want to just sort out all the CO2 that works for this gun the best, and then use those for this gun only. It's kind of cool kind of mindset, it feels very tactical, you're like trying to measure the CO2, stuff like that. Really cool. But it's problematic. Okay, compared to the Tiberius T8.1, right here you see it's a very typical kind of screwing mechanism. So you just screw it in. It doesn't really matter what kind of CO2 or what brand, whatever, it just take it like anything else. So that's really cool. Now the whole thing is plastic except for the barrel, which is metal. Okay, this little block here, this is what they call block. Basically what it is a chunk of metal with a circular tube inside, so you can put the barrel through it. And this thing is metal. Okay, this is metal. The trigger is metal, but it's not really kind of like fancy metal. Okay, the trigger feels kind of like cheap chrome plated stuff. Okay, everything is secured by screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 screws. Okay, I took apart this gun a lot of times before this video was made, just to fix my gun. And I was kind of like really frustrated because I tried to find out how to tune the gun to the highest power without the gun leaking like crazy, or malfunctioning, or going unstable, all that crap. So I found out that there is a very, very disappointing part with my gun. I don't know why it came like that, but anyway, I fixed it. Now here is what's so cool about these paintball markers. Take your biggest Allen key, okay, at the back here. This is the velocity adjustment hole. Okay, you can see this biggest Allen key fit just tight in there. You see? Okay, it fits right there. Okay, this key is for adjusting the velocity. So the power adjustment. Right now mine is set to almost the max I can go without any issues. Okay. Now you take a smaller one, okay, a little bit smaller, and you see the little brass thingy inside. Okay, let me see if I can show you this. Okay, if you can see the brass circle, okay, that part is the pressure relief valve. You put the smaller key inside, okay, like so, and it will fit. Okay, this smaller key is for adjusting the pressure relief valve. I personally will tune it almost all the way shut, and even though you tune it all the way shut, it's not going to shut anyway, so doesn't really matter for me. And the Tippmann video, they show you that you have to tune it all the way shut and then quarter turn back. For me, I would just turn it all the way shut and a little bit, maybe a little bit back, not quarter turn. Okay, so my gun here now shoots the riot balls at about the 16 to 17 joules norm kind of mark. Yeah, so actually it's pretty cool and it's pretty good. Here you see a plastic transparent thingy. This is the window. It's for looking through it and see if you have any balls in the breech, so that you can still see, oh, I still have ammo or not. And right here the three dots do the same thing, but you can't really see it. Like, yeah, you can't really see through it. Actually, it's kind of not in place too, so doesn't work for mine. Anyway, so I took apart the gun a few times to polish, clean, re-lubed, and change some O-rings, change some parts, change the pressure relief valve. And for mine, luckily, you know what? Luckily, I bought the Tippmann TIPX deluxe kit. Okay, it comes with a lot of O-rings, parts, and stuff like that. So here in the compartment for the regulator, okay, I have this little, you see this little ring looking thing, and oops, and it's very skinny with a little bit of threading there. That's what's pressing on the pressure relief valve. That is totally not enough to hold that spring in place, and that's why my gun keeps leaking when it's going on high power. Now my gun is tuned to the very max like I can go, and it's still not leaking much, so I'm very pleased with that. Here you have the weaver rail, so you can put your stuff on. Here I put a red laser just to look cool. So basically iron sight, and you can upgrade the, this little block to one that has a rail, and you can put a optic, whatever fancy shit you want. And beside that, not much you can do to the gun. You can upgrade the bolt, upgrade the spring here. You can maybe you can polish the internals, the valve inside, like the wall inside the valve and stuff like that. This gun operate on a spool valve and not a puppet valve, so it's kind of cool, and I do like it pretty much right now, because like if you don't have much expectation about the power issues, like you don't want to go as crazy as one of the Tiberius going to 25 joules, 28 joules kind of mark, okay, this is totally okay and totally good. So for some people it may feel very cheap in hand because it's all plastic, but then when you get used to it, you will like it more, because the mags are very light and they don't hold any CO2. It's very light. Okay, you can basically shove 3 or 4 magazines into your pocket and you don't feel it there. It's so light. And then with the mag change, you just have to press, it will fly out and press the other one in just like a real gun. So it's actually quite cool for what it is. Okay, so now let's do a chronograph test, shooting 1 CO2, showing you the power of this, and you can take a look at how it does, and then we'll do a target shooting and to complete this review. Okay, so today we'll be only shooting 3.9 grams riot control round. I do not shoot paintball, so if you shoot paintball, it will be about 60 FPS more on top of what I'm reading. These are hard rubber balls. They are not for shooting at people. Okay, I don't even know how to show you, but it is hard. I tried to squeeze it, and it's not squeezing in. Okay, this is 3.9 grams each. Okay, let's take a look at the range. And by the way, let me just show you how it's loaded into the magazine. So take one of my mag. Okay, one good thing about this thing is the spring is not so hard to work with. Pull it all the way down and it locks down, and you just push the ball in like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. The ball stays in place. The spring will not spring out. You can basically put it downward like that too, just like a real gun. Put and shove. Wow, very cool, very tactical. Okay guys, let's take a look at the range, and we'll do some shooting and come back and work with the target shooting. Okay, let's go. Okay guys, we're at the range right now, and we can have our laser on as well, doesn't matter. New CO2 inside, so let's punch the CO2 on the first trigger pull. So basically point toward there. Okay, it's not leaking, no leaking from the back. Chrono ready, and let's go. 282. Oops. 282 again. Ah, no balls. Mine. Okay. Okay, let's go. 282 and 287. 286. You see, very stable. 307. 287 again. You can see basically the power is very, very consistent and very nice. 292. 290. 298. Okay, no balls. As you can see, to drop the mag is very easy. Okay. Second magazine. Okay, 341, one boost. 320. 297. 271. 244, and we are out of gas. 222, and we're done. So basically you can see the gun operates with no leaks, no puff of air out the back, and basically we're done. And the thing why it's going only 2 megs is because I tuned this to the highest power, and the gun is getting, like the CO2 is getting really cold fast, so it's all frozen already. Frozen CO2. Okay, let's take a look at target shooting. Okay everyone, we're at about 15 feet, 15 to 16 feet, new CO2, Crossman CO2. Okay, and let's take a look at the target. Balls in. Balls. Okay, let's do some shooting together. Okay, laser not working so well. Anyway, okay, let's go. CO2 pierce. Very close to center. Very nice grouping. You see 7 shots, it went all into that little grouping. Wow. Let me take one mag with balls. Okay, there we go. As you can see, okay, let's step a bit further back. Okay. Yeah, I think we're out of air, so let's empty the mag. No more. Okay guys, so that's about 2-inch groupings. Right here, 2-inch groupings, and it's really, really good for this kind of pistol. And think about it, the balls itself is just 0.68 inch, so that's really good. Okay guys, so that's my review for the TIPX, and I must say that after tuning it right and getting the right power and stuff out of it, I will say that this gun is really good. Besides that, I really want a metal body instead of plastic, but anyway. Besides that, the accuracy, you can see the groupings is really nice. Power is about 16 to 17 joules or even 18 joules, sometimes, you know, with a spike of the CO2. The second CO2 will be always more powerful than the first CO2 by about 20 FPS. So if you get like 280, 290 with the first CO2, the next one you'll see all the 300s. And that's what I did on my off-camera test. And basically, if you're shooting about this power, 280 to 300 FPS with riot control rounds, 3.9 grams. With the normal paintball or 3 grams balls, you'll be getting like 350s or so. So that's really good power. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye bye!